Margaret Atwood is a Canadian female writer widely recognized for her novels and poetry. In her award-winning novel, The Handmaid's Tale, Atwood explores what life would be like in a future where male superiority dominated and a woman's only purpose was to have offspring. This dystopian novel, from a female perspective, is narrated by the protagonist Offred, who is beginning a placement as a handmaid in a new home. Throughout her journey, she overcomes obstacles such as leaving her husband Luke, forming relationships with her commander Fred and his driver Nick, and breaking rules with a childhood friend Moira. All of this while attempting to cope with the totalitarian regimes of the Republic of Gilead. Margaret Atwood's The Handmaid's Tale makes use of character traits, symbolism, and imagery in order for the protagonist to keep her identity in an oppressive society. To begin, Atwood carefully chooses specific character traits such as optimism in order to allow Offred's past to make an impact on her current status. This character trait can be seen when Offred says, "I intend to get out of here, it can't last forever." We see how the protagonist is unhappy with her given position in life and yearns to make a change. She shows signs of hope that this experience will not eternally last. She uses this hope in order to keep her sanity and is able to see a way out. Offred exhibits blind faith in the future, and the reader is able to see inside Offred's thoughts, making it evident how her optimism allows her to push through the hardships of her current placement. To continue, Atwood effectively uses symbolism such as the color of the handmaid's clothes in order to add a layer of complexity to each individual handmaid. At the beginning of the novel, Atwood gives the audience a visual of what the handmaids must wear when she writes, "Everything except the wings around my face is red, the color of blood, which defines us." In modern-day society, the color red can be considered a symbol of strength, passion, and fertility. These attributes are closely related to the handmaids, as having them dressed in red, the color of blood, is a constant reminder of their role in society. Additionally, the feeling of passion associated with the color red can be symbolic of the handmaid's powerful desire to escape the life that has been chosen for them. Moreover, it is clear that the red habits the handmaids wear are symbolic of their role of reproduction in society. Furthermore, Atwood uses figurative and literal imagery, such as a mirror, to allow the reader to connect with Offred's inner emotions and struggles. When Offred arrives at her new home, she is able to see herself in the mirror for the first time as a handmaid. She mentions how there remains a mirror on the hall wall. She can see herself in it like a distorted shadow, a sister dipped in blood. Literally, a mirror is an object that reflects whatever is put in front of it. However, figuratively, they can represent who a person is as an individual, and therefore, without a mirror, an individual can be considered lost. In this example, Atwood uses imagery to create an image in the reader's mind of lost identity. The distorted shadow that Offred sees in the mirror is alluding to the fact that what remains of her former self is slowly fading into unrecognizable ends. To continue, Atwood successfully creates a picture in the reader's head of a meaningless stare into the mirror, which allows the audience to interpret the thoughts of the protagonist. In conclusion, The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood describes how Offred manages to keep her identity in an oppressive society through the use of character traits, symbolism, and imagery. It is evident that the protagonist was able to keep parts of her old self alive in a society meant to strip individuals of their sense of self. Identity is the way you are viewed by the world, and it is important that a person keeps their sense of self close, as losing it could be detrimental.